How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. So the Packers have finally signed their receiver of the future, and it's not OBJ. It's Jeff Cotton. Jeff Cotton. Now, don't worry, I had no idea who this guy was either. When I heard it, I'm like, who's Jeff Cotton? So on the very limited bio on Jeff Cotton and his NFL career, he was a 2020 undrafted free agent from Idaho, and he has only played one regular season snap. And so in 2020, he went to the Los Angeles Chargers and didn't make the roster, but spent the entire year on their practice squad. Then the following year in 2021, he went over to the Jacksonville Jaguars and competed for a roster spot, but also did not make the roster, and pretty much spent the entire year on their practice squad, except for the final game where he actually was called up for the roster, and that's his only game that he's ever played. Then in 2022, he once again tried to compete for the roster spot in Jacksonville, but was part of the final cuts, in which he was picked up by Arizona and started spending time on their practice squad. So as we can see, there's really not much to go off of what potentially Jeff Cotton is and what type of player he is. I'm not going to write him off because technically Allen Lazard, he was bouncing from practice squad to practice squad and didn't really get a roster spot anywhere till he came over to Green Bay. Yes, Allen Lazard is not a true number one, but he is a very good receiver for us. So maybe the kid just hasn't had the opportunity to showcase his skill. Because, I mean, Jacksonville and the Chargers back when he was drafted weren't in the greatest of shapes at that current time. So maybe he just didn't have the right quarterback to throw him the ball. And that's probably just hopeless optimism. But I'm optimistic regardless. And lastly, if we look at his what they called a pre-draft workout, because this was during COVID time, so they didn't actually have the typical 40-yard times over in Indy. He ran a 4.38 40 time, so he's actually pretty fast, especially being at 6'1". So he's got some speed, which is very good because we still need that, especially with freaking Romeo Doubs going out with an ankle injury for 4 to 6 weeks, it's looking like. Then Christian Watson seems to be getting hurt every week to where he just can't stay on the field. But nice to hear that the update on Christian Watson is it wasn't a second concussion and they were kind of just taking it safe, which is what the Packers do. But very glad to hear it wasn't a second concussion back-to-back weeks for him, just for him as a person. That's all I got on Jeff Cotton. There's not much to go off of. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.